Man, get up here in the Zoloft to get your head right.
Hello, and welcome to the Zoloft. Now, what can I say about Nancy Pelosi, other than it'd be funny to see her face get unhooked and watch it snap back to her butt, resulting in her derriere looking like a Shar-Pei. People be trying to pet her butt saying, "Oh, how cute, you have one of those Shar-Pei dogs." Oh, it's so mean. Your dog is mean, Nancy. Now, Nancy has about as much of a clue on Ben Carson's qualifications as she would have a clue on how to perform brain surgery. She ought to make an appointment with Ben to see if he can perform an encephalocolorectomy on her or something. Be careful when you do that though, Ben, because you might get slapped by some stretched out skin. Yeah, after that, be like, "Oh, wow. And, after that, it looks like I'm trying to remove a head from a Shar-Pei's mouth." Oh, that sure is an angry dog. Scissors? Milk bowl? This is a woman who thinks that more unemployment benefits boost the economy and creates jobs. So, not having a job creates more jobs. And being paid for not having a job creates more jobs. That's like saying a cow not having grass can still stimulate its growth by just drinking its own milk. That's not sustainable, Nancy. And Nancy out there promoting more unemployment is a flat out admission that under Obama, America has had a bigger unemployment problem. Under Bush, unemployment was less than 5%. Under Obama, it doubled. But hey, unemployment got stimulated, if that makes you feel any better, Nancy. Nancy Pelosi thinks she's got wisdom concerning Ben Carson's qualifications. This is a woman who says we need to pass a bill before we can know what's in it. Dang it, Nancy, that's not how it works. And by that so-called logic of yours, Nancy, you ought to be happy to support Ben for the job. You have to give him the job before you can know if he's really qualified, Nancy. Nancy Pelosi claims that Ben Carson isn't qualified to be the director of housing and urban development. Interesting. Spock, give me one of them fascinating lines. Fascinating. Now, according to the liberal narrative, wouldn't it be quite racist for this white woman to say that this black man isn't qualified? Just saying. But I'm gonna tell you why I think Nancy Pelosi doesn't think he's qualified. Because in Nancy Pelosi's Democrat plantation overseer mentality, she thinks it's a good thing to grow the plantation. Ben Carson represents shrinkage of the plantation. See, according to the Democrats, if you're not putting more people in public housing, you're a failure. She's not confident that Ben Carson will put more people in public housing. She's afraid that public housing will decrease, along with the dependency on the Democrat Party. And that's just not acceptable. Democrats can't have a bunch of Ben Carsons running off the plantation and realizing their potential given to them by God, not by the Democrat Party. The HUD is rooted in the so-called Great Society program of Lyndon B. Johnson. You know, that Democrat president who said, "I'll have those N-words voting for the Democrat Party for the next 200 years. And HUD is part of his means of still succeeding with that. Ben Carson is a threat to that because if he takes his path to success experience in there to influence those in need of these programs, they're going to learn to leave the plantation. Democrats don't see the success in a program like this shrinking. They only see the success in it growing. So I'm banking on Ben to represent a real threat to LBJ's program to keep blacks on the Democrat plantation. And drop the housing and urban development program on Nancy Pelosi like the Wicked Witch of the East. Wow. Thanks again for hanging out with me in the Zoloft, y'all. Make sure you share with your friends, family, or even people who get on your nerves. And visit my website, alfonsorachel.com, if you want to support. Buy some stuff. Have a blast nuking the liberal narrative with my audiobook, Weapon of ASS Destruction, American Socialist States. Get that dirty sound clean message music of my band, 20 Pound Sledge. 20 Pound Sledge shirt with the Isaiah 41:15 scripture on it. Get that Sledge Brew coffee. It tastes just like 20 Pound Sledge sounds. Deep and strong with dark chocolate notes and driven. Shame on you if you're spending all that money supporting liberal Starbucks coffee. So boogie on over to my website because remember, when you support and share my work, a little bit of leftism dies. Your dog is mean, Nancy.